The United States is well on its way to facing a critical shortage of people willing to embrace a trade career. Generations of mechanics, electricians, plumbers, and carpenters are retiring, and they're not being replaced. We have two reports for you tonight. The first involves the need for more certified mechanics in the aerospace industry and what's being done to address that. Steve Shaw joins us with the details of a new partnership between a major airline, a school district, and Oklahoma Career Tech. Steve.
Rich, aerospace is the second largest industry in the Sooner State. This effort involves several partners. Oklahoma Career Tech is using grant money from a national aerospace nonprofit to bridge a glaring gap as quickly as they can.
Here, these are called slat tracks or whatever. So there's some points right here that we got to get from the inside.
Last year, 60 students from Putnam City North High School
That should be good. Yeah, that's good.
began a 2-year program through Oklahoma Career Tech.
These are Zerg fittings. Go ahead and take this adapter off.
It familiarizes them with aerospace, specifically aircraft maintenance, and things you have to know to be a pilot or a drone pilot.
And then we have to do it 1, 2, 3, 4.
This year, the program expanded to all 3 Putnam City high schools and 120 students, thanks to a grant from an aerospace nonprofit called Choose Aerospace. The program that did cost each student $200 that first year is now free.
And we get some brushes, take off all the residues and nasties, and we got to clean them. And then we're also separating which ones need repairs.
And because of the need for space, training will soon move out to Wiley Post Airport in Bethany.
So we'll transport students from all 3 high schools out to Wiley Post. They'll be there 3 hours in the morning, and then we'll have an afternoon, 3 hours in the afternoon. And they'll take flight, they'll take maintenance, and then we'll have a science for them to take out there, an aviation science.
Oh, also when you're cleaning them, you know how this right here is self-extended composite? You're just trying to make sure that it has these 2 rubber beaters right here.
An airframe and power plant license, which is what these students are after, normally takes 18 months to 2 years to complete. Hensley says the partners involved are working on the curriculum that would shave 6 months off that 18 months to get certified once they leave the Putnam City program.
Actually at that point, they have a couple of choices. They can go directly into industry and work directly for a company like AAR or American Airlines or others, and work as technicians and start earning time requirements so they can go get their certification. Or they can go into a standard AMT school like Metro Tech or Canadian Valley Tech and work towards their actual AMT certification that way.
Yeah. Pretty simple.
Hensley says Putnam City is unique, but other schools around the state are moving this direction too.
I think Norman is trying to go down this trail right now. Ada Public School does a great program. Pryor also does a great program. So people are picking it up all over the state.
And you can make quite a living doing this.
By the time they're 24, 23, 24, they'll be making easily $100,000 a year.
Really? Really?
Fred Zielinski is an instructor in the program.
As far as long term, it's good growth for these students to come out and just to get their feet wet and kind of learn the basics and the ropes. It gives them a real good sense if aviation's the route they're wanting to go, and then when they do figure it out and they excel at it, it gives them a starting point, a ground basis to say, hey, this is something I really enjoy doing.
American Airlines is also a partner. American has a massive maintenance hub and 5,000 employees based in Tulsa.
High school is absolutely a great breeding ground to instill the love of aviation in students, and we're looking forward to creating the next generation of aviation professionals.
The entire workforce development team that they have at Career Tech is really second to none anywhere in the country, and we operate all over the country, and Oklahoma really has it figured out with this, and so I think us embracing that to the fullest extent is going to show tremendous benefit here over the years.
Reese Charters is in her second year in the Putnam City program. She says she wants to work in aircraft maintenance, but she's also looking at becoming a drone pilot.
I would have never thought that aviation was as wide of a field as it is. I knew nothing about it until I was put into this class.
Julian Aranda says he always knew he wanted to learn a trade. He wants to work in aircraft maintenance at Will Rogers World Airport.
I like how you work as a team, kind of, whenever you're in this job. I like how you can always ask for help, and I like how it's more about the quality than the pace of the work you're getting done. So you're making sure everything's done right as opposed to just getting it done as fast as you can.
Eli Batts has 3 brothers who've served in the Navy. He thinks he wants to be a pilot.
So maintenance side, I kind of wanted to do it just to see what every part of the plane, helps and accomplishes during a flight to, kind of get a feel for it so I can be better as a pilot.
Justin Stamp works for AAR Aircraft Services at Will Rogers and has helped mentor several of these students.
Just spending time with them, learning with them, and seeing them grow from day one to the end of the program. It was a blast working with them.
Did you learn anything in the process?
There's hope for the next generation. These kids are bright.
Oklahoma aerospace experts say the aerospace workforce needs to increase by at least 20% sooner and not later.